Welcome to my favorite nonprofit radio segment called Nonprofits Care. Their causes are really extraordinary.
Nonprofit organizations serve our community in a host of ways, and yet, until now, there's never been one place to find out about causes that are really extraordinary. It's time for Nonprofits Who Care, hosted by Ralph Grills, founder of My Favorite Nonprofit.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric, and it is time for Nonprofits Who Care. Causes are really extraordinary.
And this segment is brought to you by Ralph Grills of myfavoriternonprofit.com. And you can connect with Ralph if you want to have your favorite nonprofit featured at My Favorite Nonprofit by emailing Ralph at myfavoriternonprofit.com. And one of the great things about connecting and combining, collaborating with My Favorite Nonprofit is all the exposure and the events and the collaboration that Ralph and his team bring together for nonprofits. Because one of the biggest struggles that nonprofits have is, of course, exposure, visibility. Because if nobody's heard of them, if you're not thinking of them, you're not getting those donation dollars, you're not getting those volunteers, you're not getting those resources. And we all saw a great big event that Ralph put together in the spring for Up With People.
His gala was one to remember. You and I went, and I'll tell you, we've said since, and we said recently, that it was the best gala that we have ever been to.
Absolutely. Eric and I go to a couple charity events, a couple nonprofit
if by couple you
fundraisers,
mean a ton,
galas, and 1 or 2 golf tournaments in a year. And this was our favorite. Up With People brought in part of their cast. They had a performance. They'll have a repeat event of that. Ralph kind of trained them up to be prepared for their second annual gala. They raised a lot of money for their scholarship fund, the Global Scholarship Fund, and they actually just launched their brand new show just this last Friday.
Up With People did, yes.
Up With People did, and we were able to go see it. It's called Voices.
Oh, I'll tell you what. First thing you need to do is you need to bring as many people as you can to see this event.
It's so inspiring. It is so exciting. You will laugh. You will cry.
We'll cry.
The men. It's emotional. It grabs you. It deals with some of the real people issues, just all across the world. And talks about kindness, and talks about lifting each other up. It talks about sharing that message. And one thing that is universal across the world, and they travel to many countries year-round. They scholarship their children, come on for a 6-month scholarship or a 6-month tour. And they have, the first half of the tour starts in January, and the second team comes on in July, and they travel around the world performing. But what the universal language is music. Absolutely.
And it was one of those things because they sing and communicate in many different languages throughout the show, but at no point did I ever feel like I was out of control with what they were saying, because they'll translate up on the screen or...
because of the different languages, right? You felt very in touch with it.
It's beautiful. I've been in show business for many, many years, and one of the things...
Did you want to get up and dance?
I think everybody wanted to get up and dance, but the thing that amazed me the most was the virtual or the scale of how many people they put on the stage. There's probably 50 to 75.
I think there were 100.
100 people on stage, all at the same time, all choreographed just so. There's never a curtain close, and yet they change sets and scenes flawlessly. And
I'll tell you what, it is such an incredible program. It is called Voices. If you have the chance to see it anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, go and see Voices. It was so powerful that they actually took an intermission break. And we were with Ralph, and Ralph came up, and we were just chatting and kind of catching up and, kind of sharing our emotion over the event. And he said, I thought they were going to have an intermission. I said, Ralph, this is the intermission.
Right?
But he had felt like we got the whole show. and we were only halfway there.
It was just brilliant. And of course, myfavouritenonprofit.com is a fabulous organization that not only supports Up With People, but they are also connecting with and aligning with Project Cure. And of course, listeners of this show know that we're big fans of Project Cure as well. And those folks are celebrating their 25-year anniversary, delivering health and hope to the world.
And there's a classic car ride that My Favorite Nonprofit is helping put together. It's on August 25th. They have teamed up with a gentleman who owns 12 classic cars. These are old-fashioned, back to the future, back to the 50s, all remodeled, refurbished. They're beautiful. The photos of them, you can find them at myfavouritenonprofit.com. You can auction, you can bid on which car you want to drive. Yes, you get to drive. You get to be behind the wheel of this classic car. And we're going to do a caravan going from Highlands Ranch to Arrowhead Golf Course and then finishing up at Sonic, the old-fashioned drive-in for dessert. It's going to be such a fun day, a fun event. And the proceeds all benefit Project Cure. And you can bid on your favorite car at myfavouritenonprofit.com. Eric and I are going to be out there.
We are.
I'm pulling out my 50s skirt, my poodle skirt.
Nice.
We're going to have, it's just going to be a really fun day. Back, 50s music, sock hop music. And, my dad didn't ever own like a little, an old classic car. This was like before him, but I think I might be able to get him to come out here.
Oh, he will definitely want to come.
Some of those cars look like something he'd want to drive.
I am looking at these. These are works of art, each one of these cars. And I don't know all the names of them. There's an old style Mercedes I'm looking at right now, 57 Bel Air, I think it is. There's all kinds of really cool cars. Some are convertible, some are hardtops. And you want to bid on these. You want to make sure that you go to myfavouritenonprofit.com right now and click on the button right on the right side. It says start the bidding here. Click on that and make sure that you secure your ride for this event. And then you definitely want to get in on having Angel sit next to you. Right?
Oh yes, so it's an extra bid.
You bet.
To get me to be your passenger in the car if you're looking for that. Lunch is included at Arrowhead Golf Course.
What a gorgeous location!
It is going to just be a fantastic day. The weather is certain to agree with us. It's Saturday, August 25th.
Mm-hmm.
But you can bid today, and you won't be able to bid the day of. The day of, we will already know who gets to be in the driver's seat. So This is something you need to do today. Go to myfavouritenonprofit.com and pick the car that you want to drive in the classic car ride and benefit Project Cure. They take all those medical equipment, unused medical equipment that we are not using here in the United States, and ship them off in tanker boats and
cargo
planes
crates,
and trains
yes,
to countries that would not have them and are in such need of them, and put those unused, rather than putting them in our landfill, put them to great use in other countries.
Saving lives left and right.
They are delivering health and hope to the world, and your bid on a classic car will do the same thing.
You bet. Hey, while you're over at myfavouritenonprofit.com, make sure that you sign up for your free individual membership. It is just that easy, and it's a social community. So once you get there, start clicking around, feel the lay of the land, if you will, and get involved in a community where if you have a favorite nonprofit, you get to announce it, you get to share it. And if you don't have one and you're looking for one, there are hundreds, maybe thousands to reach for and to look out and see, and you get to align with those folks. Do something that makes a difference. Make a positive impact in people's lives today. myfavouritenonprofit.com.
You have a favorite nonprofit. We all do. Something that's very close to our hearts, something that we're passionate about, that we've been tied to probably for most of our lives. And you want to make sure that it's not a secret. So sign them up at myfavouritenonprofit.com. And again, if you want your favorite nonprofit to be featured here on the Experience Pros Radio Show, contact Ralph. And his email is ralph@myfavouritenonprofit.com.
Wonderful. Wait, I tell you what, we had a great show today. Are you out looking for the Simonson team? Dave and Krista Simonson are out running around giving Lamar's donuts. And if you'd like to be a part of on that list where maybe you'll get some donuts in the future, make sure you drop us a little note with a photo of your storefront and or business location, and we will get that to the Simonsons. You can drop that at facebook.com/experiencepros. Special thanks to Chris Murray and Patricia Belanger, Bobby Hamilton, and of course Ralph Grills for producing the Nonprofits Who Care Causes Are Really Extraordinary segment. Thanks to Charlie, who keeps us walking on sunshine, and thank you, because without you, listener, there is no Experience Pros revolution.